In my youth, when I was a runner, I tried to help my teammates out. So I would run behind them. If I saw them lagging behind, I would just go to the back of the line and try to encourage them to be better runners. And that worked. And I would kind of like not brag about myself, because I found that the runners got discouraged when they weren't watched out for. Like I tried to watch out for their protection, because I noticed some people were missing when they were left behind, kind of thing. So I would just, even if I was in the front of the line, I would just kind of slow down, act like I was a slower runner, and just kind of build their self-esteem that way. And they got better. Some of them got better. And when one of them couldn't tie their shoe or whatever, I would just stand behind them, even if they didn't know I was there, to watch out for them. And while the team might have been ahead of them, to just watch out for them and encourage them. But because I know what it's like to be extremely discouraged, so I watched out for my teammates that way. But there was this one, there were actually several instances where, because of what's been done to my head, I would finish races before the other runners, and they would have me back up and go behind the runners that I had passed and won the race to. And they would continue to have me stand behind them while they ran ahead of me. So I never got credit for winning a race, kind of thing. So I look like the slowest runner, kind of thing. And what I'm trying to say is, there was a marathon I went to, for example, this is just one example, where I knew the marathon was starting, and I warned other runners. I was like, hey, y'all ready? Because the race is about to start. And I talked to some of them, and they made fun of me and thought I was like out of it, kind of thing. But the race really started, and I was in the race. I started on time, but the people I was trying to run with were actually ignoring me at the time. And I ended up winning the race. They cut the ribbon for me. But there was a person that was right behind me, and they cut the ribbon for me, but I turned around to cheer on the other runners, and they took a picture through my head of a runner and rewarded that runner and put that runner on the face of a magazine. Well, I did not get acknowledged. And I went to go find the people. I went back into the race and to go find the people I was there with, and wanted to encourage them, and just join them, because I really liked being around people I knew at the time. But then I looked and I realized they were making fun of me and expecting me to be at the end of the line, the end of the race. But I was the first runner. that won the race. And I went back to encourage them, but I realized they were talking smack about me being the slowest runner. So what I ended up doing is just going off to the side and just trying to encourage myself. And I waited hours for all of them to get finished, and by the time they were done, I was excluded, and I didn't get to say, hey, I won the race, because at the time I was being hypnotized against my self, against my will and wishes, and was so discouraged by the people I was with that I just kind of, finished stretching and just prayed they made that through, because I saw some of them really exhausted. And anyway, stuff like that happened to me. As a team player, kind of got persecuted constantly, and come to find out, teammates were cheating and stuff, but the way they got credit was through my head. So when I looked at them, that looked like they were ahead of me constantly. And at the time, I did not know what was really going on. But that kind of stuff happened to me, and I got left out of the team rewards that I actually earned. So things like that really upset me, but I tried to stay encouraged, and I tried to encourage those around me anyway. Have a positive attitude, because the persecution against me was hypnotizing me constantly. I was not fully consciously aware of what was happening to me and what people were like asking of me or stuff like that, because they were using my head to speak to other people through me. So I didn't really know who they were talking to at times. And I would look back, I was like, are you talking to me? And they really weren't talking to me. They were talking to people that were looking through my head, because they were using my head as camera to make them famous or popular, so they get credit on social media, things like that. So yeah, I won a lot. I won races. I mean, this race that I was talking about, this marathon, at least 700 people. I beat all of them, and a certain popular runner magazine gave credit to the person behind me. And I looked like a loser kind of thing. I mean, if they want to believe a lie, that's their choice. I prefer to believe the truth.